Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are now in lesson 6, joint operation part 4. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand left outer join, right outer join and full outer joins, and we will also take a look on cross join. In ANSI 99 SQL, a join of two or more tables that returns only the matched rows is called as inner join. When a join returns the unmatched row as well as the matched rows, it is called an outer join. Outer join syntax uses the terms of left, full and right. These names are associated with the order of the table names in the from clause of the select statement. Based on the example on the screen here, we have 12 different employees. But after we join employees with departments table, we get only 11 rows of result. Why? Because of, if we take a look, grant inside the employees here has no department. When there's no department, so of course it cannot be listed inside the table result. Same goes to department human resources and also finance. Because there's no employee in those departments, so that's why the departments cannot be listed in the table result. If we take a look here, we have three different types of outer join. The first one is left outer join. What does it mean by left outer join? It will return all data on the left table even though there is no match value in the right table. Second one is right outer join. Returns all data on the right table even though there is no match value in the left table. And for full outer join, it returns all data for combination of left and right outer join. Let's take a look at left outer join. In our previous example, as I said, if we join employees and departments table, we can only have 11 rows of result. But if we do it this way, select e.last name, department ID, department name from employees E, left outer join departments D on e.department ID equals to d.department ID, we will have 12 rows of result. What does it mean here? If we take a look in the from clause, employees left outer join departments. If we take a look on our screen, employees is on the left. What does it mean here? We want to list all of the employees regardless they have a department or not. So that's why in the end you have 12 rows of result. Grant will be listed in table result, however the department ID will be shown as null. Let's take a look at the same example. However, right now we change the implementation to right outer join. So the SQL for this part would be select last name, department ID, department name from employees E, right outer join departments on department ID equals to d.department ID. So if we take a look who's on the right now, based on our from clause, after right outer join we have department. So means now we want to list all departments regardless they have an employee or not. So that's why at row 12 and 13 in the table result over there, the last name is null, means inside human resource and finance department there's no employee. Let's move on to full outer join. Full outer join is a combination of right and left outer join. So if we take a look, select last name, department ID, department name from employees, full outer join with departments on department ID equals to department ID. So the result of the SQL would be all of the employees will be listed even though there is no department, and all of the departments will be displayed even though there's no employees in it. So it is just like a combination result of right outer join and left outer join. Both tables can have null values in the table result. So this is the advantage of using the outer join, because of if we use a normal join, you cannot have null values in the table result, but sometimes the null value is needed in our table result. So how to do it, how to make sure that we can get null values in our join operation, we need to use outer join. Now let's take a look at cross join. Cross join is a Cartesian product of two or more tables in our join operation. So we will only use Cartesian product if a join condition is omitted, a join condition is invalid, or all rows in the first table are joined to all rows in the second table. However, please avoid using Cartesian product. Always include a valid join condition, because if not, there will be too many rows of result and you don't know which rows of result are significant for you. Let's take a look at this example. Select last name, department name from employees, cross-join departments. So the implementation is almost the same as natural join, just to change to become cross-join. So if we take a look here, the employees table here, we have 107 rows of employees. And for table departments, we have 27 rows of department. If we do cross-join of employees and department, it will be 107 times with 27 rows. In the end, we will have 2,889 rows of result. So if we have too many rows of result here, we don't know which result is really significant for us to take a look into. So that's why cross-join should be avoided unless you really don't know what is the join condition in that particular tables. So let's take a look on the implementation. If we take a look based on our employees table, we have 107 employees. Okay. However, if we do a normal join operation, for example, select last name, d.department ID, department name from employees E, join departments D on E.department ID equals to D.department ID. If we execute this one, we will only have 106 employees listed in the table result. As I said, this is because one of the employees, Kimberly Grant here, has no department. If you have null values in the in your department ID, of course, in your departments table, when you are trying to join the tables, it cannot be matched. Okay, so the normal join operation can never have null values in table result. So what if I said I want to list all of the employees regardless they have a department or not? Then here, since you want null values on the other table, so now you need to use outer join. Okay, now you need to use outer join. So we add outer join over here. However, in outer join, we have three different types of outer join. So now if you take a look who's on the what do we want to list? We want to list all employees regardless they have a department or not. Okay, so means employees based on this outer join, employees is on the left. Okay, so that's why we put left outer join. So what does it mean here? We want to list all employees regardless they have a department or not. So if we execute this one, take a look, we will have 107 employees. So we have all of the employees regardless they have a department or not. Same goes, what if we change this one to become right outer join? So if we take a look, who's on the right now, employees or department? Okay, department is on the right. So what does it mean here? We want to list all departments regardless they have the employees inside it or not. So if we execute this one, we will have 106 employees. Okay, we have up until 106 employees, including all the departments that has no employees in it. So we have 11 departments inside table employees, the distinct department, and we have 27 departments in total. So there are around 17 departments that has no employees inside it. So this is the implementation of right outer join. So if we change to full outer join, what does it mean? Employees, we will list all employees regardless they have a department or not, and we will list all departments regardless they have employees in it or not. So 107 plus 17 departments that has no employees. So of course, in the end, we will have 123 rows of results. So these are all the employees that has no department, and we have another one just now, which is employees that has no department here, Grant. Okay, so the full outer join is combination of right outer join and left outer join. So like I said, please be reminded that if you want to have null values in your join operation, we need to use outer join. Okay, the inner join will not give you null values. It will only take the match value in the table result. Now let's take a look on the implementation of cross join. For example, select last name and their department's name. Okay, last name coming from table employees. Okay, last name coming from table employees. Cross join. Department name coming from table departments. Let's say you don't know what is the join condition. So what can you do is we take a look on cross join. Okay, so we can use cross join if you don't know what are the join conditions in our tables. So if you take a look here, as I say, we have 107 employees. For departments, we have 27 departments. So 107 times with 27 departments, take a look, we have 2,889 rows of results. See, we still haven't finished scrolling. Let's scroll again up until the end, because cartesian product will take all possibilities of join. Okay, take a look here. 2,889 rows of results. So there will be too many results here. We don't know which one is significant anymore. Okay, so I guess that's all for now. See you again in the next lesson. Thank you.